week in the woke. This clown world makes me laugh a lot. It speaks for itself. If you have the brains to recognize the stupidity, it speaks for itself. So I don't usually bother wasting my time. But it's Easter. I'm too full of chocolate. My brain is checked out. This last couple of days I've had some stuff going on. So here are a couple of things I've just seen over the Easter weekend and a little bit before. And first of all, we'll go with this BudLight fiasco. There's a lot of animosity on both sides of the political spectrum over a beer. Now, I'm Aussie, so the very fact you guys drink light beer, you've got the right spokesperson for it, basically, right now. Light beer. Okay. Anyway, so I saw the interview with the woman that was apparently one of the people behind the push to have this certain person be an ambassador and why they chose that. And they cited the whole thing of, well, it's that we need to appeal to youth and we need to, get involved in the diversity. Herein lies the problem. Sane people don't deal in that currency. People that are not racist don't deal in that currency. They don't deal in that currency. So saying that to someone like me, I would be like, look, does your beer taste good? Is it in my budget? Is it at a location I can get to easily? Is it not light? Because what is the point of light beer? Anyway, it's all of those things. I don't give a shit about diversity. Come on. Does your product do what I want it to do? And if it's light beer, then probably not. But the point is, I don't care. Do it whichever way you do it. Just give me my product. Where you lose people is that you are presenting a product for all kinds of people. What you're doing is perpetuating division. Now, whether or not that was your intention, whether or not a lot of people think that or not, some people will, because they don't care. They don't care about your politics. You're a business. Sell me the product, get the hell away from me. Yeah, Kid Rock, it's funny, but you already bought the product. So people destroying their products that they've bought and saying, oh, I denounce BudLight and tipping it down the sink and everything. You already spent your money on it. They already have your money. Just stop. It looks so stupid. Never forget about the fact that you can vote with your feet. Any number of cliches. You can vote with your dollar. Just show them. Show the market what it needs to see. If you don't agree with it, just don't buy it. That's the message you need to send. Putting all this stuff on TikTok, destroying the product and everything. Again, you bought it. You look like an idiot. Just stop. And I happened to catch another example of someone trying to use what they believe is diversity as a currency to support their ideas. And it was in a Matt Walsh clip. Okay, look, I am not really a Matt Walsh fan. I've seen some of his stuff. I think he makes some good points on certain subjects and things like that. But I seem to have disagreed on a lot of stuff. He tries to get involved with like relationship kind of commentary, and if you've never actually been with anyone except your wife, or you got your high school sweetheart and married her and everything, then sit down, because you don't actually know what it's like out here. I mean, you can garner a kind of opinion and a kind of vibe from things like TikTok and the dating apps and everything, and yes, for a lot of people that stuff is true. People do act like that, but that's not everybody, and you have to be sort of in the game to actually have an informed opinion. And so sometimes he runs his mouth about this stuff, and I've seen a couple of clips where I'm like, look mate, get some experience under your belt, and maybe you've dated more than just one or two people in your life and been a part of this stuff, and then come back. So that's the kind of beef I have about that. I feel like sometimes he can be arrogant of the things I've seen. And again, I haven't really seen that much. But I saw a clip of him on the weekend. And I know he's the guy that did the What is a Woman documentary, which I've seen. And that even made me a little bit, I get it. I get what's happening. I get that people want to know about these things and how teachers are doing this and how medical professionals are doing that. And I get it. It's a very good topic to do a documentary on, and it was very interesting. But what kind of, got me, it was like a bit abrasive, is the fact that he tries to be like a D-rated Louis Theroux, kind of act like, oh, what's going on? Oh, what's this? Oh, and just sort of ask questions like he felt asked backwards in the situation when he didn't. And Louis Theroux did it. It was cute, whatever. It's not so cute now, kind of over this format. Anyway, enough of bashing Matt Walsh, because I don't mean to. It's just, I want it to be clear that I'm not one of these people that's just like, oh my God, I support everything this guy does and everything. This is my actual opinion. So I saw something that he did on the weekend or just a few days ago about he went to a school or a campus or a panel or something, and there were people that were presenting as transgender, male to female, and sort of asking him questions about what he thinks and sort of trying to argue or discuss his points of view. And one of them that stood up was a man that was trying to present as a woman, and was very manly, like just very big made and very, just, still had a strong jaw and everything like that. They didn't mention whether or not they had had surgery or they were on hormones, but just from a point of view of watching the video and through the camera lens or whoever recorded, it just looked like a boy, like a man that had grown his hair out. Vocally, mannerisms, everything seemed to be kind of male. And they get up and they say, oh, Mr. Matt Walsh, you have this opinion, but I can tell you everyone in my immediate circle says, girl, you are a woman. Number one, generally speaking, if you are a thing, you don't really need a reassurance that you are that thing. And secondly, if you're one of these crowds that is against what he said in that documentary, can you define what a woman is? Because you just said you were one. My friends think that I'm a woman. I have a Japanese girlfriend. I have a girlfriend that's indigenous. I have a disabled, all these, trying to play cards, diversity cards, to make the opinion mean something. But when you're talking to someone that's an intellectual superior to you, that kind of stuff doesn't fly. That's not a currency we deal in. Comes across small fry. It's not something that people that are intelligent really want to even touch because it's such a waste of time to them. If you don't have an idea to debate, the discussion of ideas is what people with brains are interested in. They're not interested in winning or losing something. They want to know the crux of the issue. They want to pick it apart. They want to discuss it. And so, I had a little bit of a chuckle to myself. They brought up people that they know that, they said, oh, my friends, some of which are actually with me right now. My team is gonna beat your team. My friends are gonna bash your friends, and we're gonna. It was very toddler-like, and I kind of felt sorry for them. And I wanted them to come back with something more meaningful. I wanted them to ask Matt Walsh his opinion on this, and because of this, not because you have friends that are different colors. Are you collecting us for clout? Oh, it's always funny when you go to some of these political things where you walk past them and they hand you flyers and stuff because you're brown, and they assume that you have the same opinion as them and hairy armpits and stuff, and they just talk to you like you're one of their crazy gang. It's kind of racist, actually. But me, I don't deal in diversity because I am diversity, you know what I mean? So for me, it's like, get to the point of what you're saying, because I don't care. I don't care about all this hoo-ha flavor stuff that you put around it. Give me the meat of the issue, because I don't give a crap about you citing skin color. I don't give a crap about you citing being an immigrant or things like that. Just get to what you're saying so we can discuss it. Tangent aside, what I'm seeing the last few days is just trying to use the concept of diversity to sell things and to point out these diversity themes. It kind of makes it look like you're more aware of that and you're wanting to use those people of that color or of that sexual preference to further what you're saying, and also to be more validated. We're down with them, they're color folk. We're down with them, they're transgender folk. Stop using people as token. It's ironic, you're doing the complete opposite. You're saying, accept me as I am, accept this thing as it is, and then you're drawing no other attention but to that one aspect of that person or that thing. And it's always perplexed me why people do that. And people that can see through it and they're like, look, I'm not going to buy into this shit because we know you're clearly using just this person or this thing as a token to try and get clicks, to try and get customers, to try and get attention. And so straight away, you've got all of us like, yeah, look, we're not even going to touch it. And so then, like these Hollywood woke movies, they have the audacity to come back and say, oh, our movie's not doing well because people are racist and people aren't open-minded and all this. No, it's really that we just want the product that we are paying for, that we're asking for, and you're shoving all this bullshit in our face that we don't even think about. And so straight away, with this BudLight thing and with the whole transgender movement as such, it's like we don't think like that, and shoving it in our face all the time is getting people agitated. So it's not a personal thing. It's not a personal thing. People, like, I'm sure there are some people out there that really think that, oh, Bud Light's gone too woke, and I don't agree with that kind of sexuality, so I'm not going to drink it. That's fine. But people like me, I just think it's crap, and I think that they think that their customer base are morons. And I think with regards to the person that I was referring to, speaking to Matt Walsh and listing off all the diverse women that he knew, or she knew, they knew, that is kind of the same thing. You're trying to appeal to something in someone, and if they don't respond the way you want, you can always turn it back on them. Oh, I guess you must be racist. It just doesn't give a lot of validity to what you're saying or what you're selling. So we got a company that's now using a person that tries to come across as a female child to sell products, and we have people that are coming to a debate with the admitted fact that they believe they're a certain thing based on what other people think of them, and those people have to be from diverse backgrounds. Happy Easter, everybody. Try not to get diabetes. Chocolate is so good. Don't want to be one of those people that's asking you to sub and like, but if you feel like commenting or liking, that would help me out. It'll give me the power to do more of these episodes.